What is up, guys? It's your boy Elusive Illusions 28 here, back with another week of predictions, man. Week 10. Can't believe we're already in double digits for weeks now, man. Kind of crazy to think about that. Yeah, last week we went 10-4. Not too bad. Called some upsets, got some wrong. But we bounced back, 10-4. Very respectable record for a week, A lot of upsets this week though, so stay tuned for that. Also, sorry about my mic if it's like bad compared to usual. My stream that I stream on usually says bad, like this past week. So if it's bad, let me know. But without further ado, let's get into predictions. Starting off here with our Thursday night game, we have an AFC South showdown between the Colts at the Titans. Should be a very good game. Number 1 and number 2 team in their division. Very close game I'm calling here, man. Like I said, A, it's divisional. B, number 1 and number 2 in their division. So, very close game I'm predicting here. I feel like Phillip Rivers is just going to have too many mistakes. So, Titans, they snapped their 2-game losing streak to the Bears last week. And I don't think they're going to want to go 3 losses in a month, because if they lose this game, they'd lose 3 of their last 4. I don't think they want to do that, man. They want to stay atop of the division. And they would do that here by beating the Colts, which I have them doing. So, first game, give me the Titans. Starting off with our first 1 p.m. game here, we have the Texans at the Browns. Pretty self-explanatory game here, man. Texans, they're just bad, Barely beat the Jags last week. Doesn't say anything really. They beat who? Jake Luton. Like, good for you, Texans. You beat Jake Luton, man. Good stuff. In his first career start, right? And the Browns, they're a solid team. I wouldn't say they're like, up there. Like, they're still a playoff team though, man. Predicting they're gonna be in the playoffs, hopefully, but yeah, Browns just way better organization now. Ran better. Didn't think I'd say that 2 years ago, especially with how good the Texans were 2 years ago in the playoffs. And now saying that now about these 2 teams, that's kind of crazy. But nonetheless, give me the Browns in this game. Next game here, we have the Tank Bowl between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Both teams looking terrible, man. Lions are on a 2-game lose streak. Washington's on a pretty big lose streak. I don't even know how many games they've lost in a row, but it's been a couple. They haven't won since the Giants, right? But yeah, Lions are just a little bit better team, I think. They have 3 wins in comparison to Washington's 2. Wow, bro, what a great team. And they're at home, man. And they have the better quarterback, in Stafford. I don't even know who. Alex Smith is starting for the Washington football team, right? Because they benched Dwayne Haskins. Kyle Allen got injured. And didn't another guy get injured too? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to them besides for fantasy for Terry McLaurin. So hopefully Terry McLaurin gets some receptions, maybe a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns. That's the only reason I'd pay attention to this game. But it's the Tank Bowl. But still, give me the Lions in this one. Next off here, we have this should be an easy game to pick here. Buccaneers at the Panthers. Panthers, are they the worst team in the division? Or is it the Falcons? I don't know if the Falcons have 2 or 3 wins. If the Falcons have 3 wins, do they have the tiebreaker? I don't even know. But it doesn't really matter. Panthers, one of the bottom teams in the division. They only have 3 wins this season. Buccaneers are Super Bowl hopefuls. So if you're facing a 3-6 team, is that what the Panthers are? 3-6, 3-5. If you're facing that team and want to be a Super Bowl contender, you have to beat these Panthers. You're coming off of the most embarrassing loss like this year from all the teams combined. Like, bro, you destroyed the Packers, man, by 38-10, but then you lose 38-3 to the Saints. So it's like you balanced it out basically. You're like, oh yeah, they're Super Bowl contenders because they destroyed the Packers, who are Super Bowl contenders, but then they get destroyed by the Saints, but then the Packers beat the Saints. So nothing really makes sense here, but what does make sense is the Buccaneers win this game because they have to. If no one's going to take them as Super Bowl contenders, no one's going to really take them as playoff contenders if they get destroyed by a playoff/Super Bowl contender. And then they lose to a bottom tier team in the Panthers. So they have to beat these Panthers here. If not, I'll tell you, they're in some, not necessarily like trouble, but in the media's perspective, they're going to be in trouble. So that's why I have them in a rebound game here. Give me the Bucs. Next up here, we have an NFC least showdown, man. Why does it seem like there's NFC East teams playing each other every week? Like, I swear, there's always a divisional game in the NFC East every single week. Like, wow, how's that even possible? It seems like the Eagles and Giants play each other like 15 times this season. But here we are again. Eagles at Giants, man. Eagles are just the better team. Like, what else am I supposed to say, man? It'll probably be a close game, though, because last time these teams played, the Giants were actually ahead for a while, if I'm not mistaken, and then they choked it at the end. So it could be a close game. It probably will be a close game. But I don't really see any win here for the Giants. Like I said, it's probably better if they just tank at this point. I mean, if they win this game, they actually have a decent shot at the division. So maybe if they win this game, they don't tank. But if they lose this game, for sure tanking. But I just see that. I just see the Eagles winning. So give me the Eagles. Next off here, man, we have the Jaguars at the Green Bay Packers, man. Hopefully this should be an easy game for the Packers. Gardner Minshew out another week. So they still have Jake Luton starting. Jake Luton almost beat the Texans, but guess who destroyed the Texans? The Packers. So, and they got to travel to Green Bay. Green Bay, it's supposed to be 30 degrees, I think. So for a Florida team, having to play in around 30 degree weather should be pretty problematic for them, man. Their defense is bottom of the league. Their offense is bottom of the league. You can't have that against the number one offense in the league. One of the top offenses in the league, at for sure. I don't know if they're the number one offense in the league. They're one of the top offenses in the league, though. With Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers get Allen Lazard back, Jamal Williams back. Packers get a lot of players back that they haven't had in a while, like Allen Lazard, their number 2 wide receiver they haven't had since week 3. They finally get him back here in week 10. Or should. They might sit him if they see this like as a super easy win, which it should be, but maybe precautionary. They'll put him in just for sure, you know. We still have Devontae in too, so I don't see any way these Jags win this game at all. You know, just I mean they could though, you know. But I don't see them. So give me the Packers in this game. And you know how I was talking about upsets at the start of this week, or at the start of this video? Well, starting at our 4:05 game, we have the Bills at the Cardinals. Man, Bills coming off of a huge win against the Seahawks, whatever you call them. Cardinals coming off of a crushing loss to the Dolphins, man, looking to redeem themselves. And when I said upset of the week, I have the Cardinals redeeming themselves, man. Like I said, highly contested NFC West. The Cardinals can't drop 2 in the NFC West. If they want any shot at winning the division, they could still easily get a wild card spot, but you're still going for that division crown at this point. You know, it's a huge morale boost. You get home field advantage. Like, so many perks to winning the division, you know, that they have to just put their soul into these, like, next coming games, because I can't even talk right now. This is who will decide the NFC West. So they have to put their soul into this game. Bills, Josh Allen hoping to go off still. I feel like he will have a decent game, not as good as the Seahawks, because he did face a very bad pass defense, so I feel like he got a little more credit than was deserved, because, you know, people are like, oh my god, he's back in the MVP conversation because he beat Russell Wilson, an MVP frontrunner. It's like, well, they didn't face each other. He faced Russell Wilson's defense, and Russell Wilson's defense is 32nd in the league against the pass. So it's like, where was the flex? Like, how's he back in the MVP race? But I mean, you know, he did have a good game. Can't discredit that. Still against an NFL team. But I feel like the Cardinals will be able to come back. The Bills will come down a little bit from the heavens when they beat the Seahawks. So for this game, give me the Cardinals. Next game here, we have the Chargers at the Dolphins at another 4:05 game. Wow, we actually have 3 4:05 games this week. That's actually really surprising. We usually only get 1, right? And this time we're getting 3, so that's kind of cool. So basically, not calling an upset here, man. I gotta apologize. I've been sleeping on the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins have been doing really good with Tua. I didn't pick them either game they had Tua, but now's his chance, man. I'm picking you, Tua. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this match. Tua, you can't lose this game now, my guy. You have to beat the Chargers. Chargers, it'll be a close game, I'll tell you that. Chargers are really good at close games, but they never win close games. So, you know, why would I pick a team that can't win in close games if it's going to be a close game? So, should be very interesting if you collect cards and, you know, hoping your rookie does good, because, you know, there's Herbert out there and there's Tua. So, it should be a very interesting game for the future, but I feel like Tua will be able to do a little bit better with the guys he has around him. So, give me the Dolphins. Moving on to our next game, we have the Broncos at the Raiders. Man, Raiders at home on a roll. Broncos are not really on a roll. They just lost to the Falcons, man. That's a little bit embarrassing. The Falcons are okay, though, man. You know, they always do this every year. They start off like 0-35, and then they win like 7 and look like an okay team going into next year. But then they just repeat the same thing. So, with that being said, though, man, Raiders are just such a better team, and they're at home, too. I think they have a really good record in their new stadium. I'm not sure about that one. Like I said, I'm not a huge AFC fan because, you know, for obvious reasons, being a Packers fan. But I have noticed the Raiders, man, Derek Carr looking like a usable quarterback. I'm not saying he's, like, anywhere near the MVP running, but he's a very accurate quarterback, and he's been doing really good. So, for that reason, give me the Raiders in the game. And like I said, man, gonna be a lot of upsets in this game, dude. 425 game here. Seahawks at Rams. It's a lot simpler than you think to beat the Seahawks, bro. The Seahawks just need to play a good defense, and I feel like they would lose. And guess who has a good defense? The Rams. Literally, all you need to do is stop Russell Wilson. You don't even need to stop him. You just need to mitigate him to a certain number of points. If they hold the Seahawks to 24 or less, I feel like they could win this game easily, man. Because the Rams have a mid-tier offense. The Rams have a mid-tier offense, but you want to know who doesn't even compare to that? The Seahawks defense. The Seahawks defense is like way down there. If this is the top, they're here in the middle. Seahawks defense is way down there, and the Rams offense is gonna cruise right past them. You know what I'm saying? So the Rams defense just needs to stop Russell Wilson, and it's easy game plan, man. Rams are at home too, and they're like $10 billion stadium, however the freak much it costs. But yeah, man, it's honestly an easy game plan to beat the Seahawks here, bro. Their defense just needs to step up. Their offense just needs to do what it does and beat the worst pass defense in the league, and I feel like it's a simple layout for the Rams to win. Not as huge of an upset, especially being divisional as well. It's definitely going to be close, and I feel like the Rams could just pull away at the end, man. So give me the Rams in this game. Dude, the upsets keep on coming, man. Bengals. I may sound crazy to pick the Bengals to beat the Steelers, but hey, man, Bengals beat the Titans. Steelers are at home now, man. It's just so it's like, I don't know. It's just so hard to pick the Steelers. Like, you look at their record, obviously they're 8-0, but it doesn't feel like they're an 8-0 team, you know? And it's like they have to lose at some point, you know? They're not going 19-0 and winning the Super Bowl. This team does not look like one of those teams, like, you know, like the Patriots were, the Dolphins were in like whatever the 80s, whenever that was. I wasn't alive, so I'm sorry for no historical accuracy on that one. Maybe I was right about the 80s. I think it was. I'm not sure though. But Steelers don't feel like an 8-0 team, and the Bengals have been playing better. You know, Joe Burrow shaking off the rookie bugs. I don't even know what you want to call that. But I feel like they have a real shot here to stun the Steelers here, and I feel like they could win this game. And I could already see the headlines, man, being like, Burrow takes down undefeated Steelers, you know, something like that. You know, it'd be a good headline, you know. So I feel like that could happen, man. And yeah, like I said, don't target me if the Steelers win, but because I still think the Steelers have a good chance to win, but I'm banking on this upset here so I can get my record up over some other people. And yeah, give me the Bengals in this game. Welp, I was thinking about going all out and picking another upset, but I really just don't think the Niners have any chance to beat the Saints. This is what, I I don't even know. Was this a divisional rematch? I don't even remember where this. No, the Saints lost to the Vikings. So this is a. What even would this be? This was like a week 16 or 17 match. It was really good though, man. But the Saints, they improved since then. The Niners, they declined since then. I like these like graphs that I'm making with my hands, but they've really decreased. Saints really increased. Saints at home again. You know, I don't see a way the Niners could really win this game at all, dude. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I was like gonna go with like my 10th upset of the day, I just don't feel like it's possible, man. So give me the Saints in this one. Well, Patriots get another primetime game, 8:20 p.m. dude, Sunday night matchup. Don't know why this is. I can't tell you why this is. Patriots are gonna get blown out, man. Honestly, the Jets Patriots game was probably more competitive than this one will be, man. Feel like the Patriots will get it handed to them. Maybe Bill Belichick makes it close or something, you know, because the Ravens aren't as good as last year. Once again, I'll make another graph. Here's the Ravens. Here's the Ravens from last year. They're going like that. And then here's the Patriots. Straight down. They suck. Well, in comparison to last year, you know, compared to like the Jaguars, they don't suck or something like that. But, you know, I really don't feel like there's a way the Patriots can win this game. So, give me the Ravens in this one. And with our Monday night matchup, we have an NFC North showdown between the Vikings and the Bears. This one is actually really hard to pick because there's so many streaks going on here. Vikings on a 2-game win streak. They were 1-5, and now they're 3-5. So trying to scratch their way back into playoff contention. Bears were 5-1. They're 5-4 now, trying to stay in playoff contention. So this is a huge game for the both of them, man. But I feel like this is a bigger game for the Bears, dude. Because if you lose, it's so embarrassing, man. You lose to a team that's bottom or second to bottom, tied for bottom of the division, and you're trying to say that you're a playoff contender, but you can't lose 4-0 and have that happen. The Vikings, they really have nothing to lose, though, I guess, because they're on a 2-game win streak. No one expects them to pull off this miracle, you know, go from 1-5 to in the playoffs. So this game is going to be really good, really hard to pick. I was back and forth on this game, but I think the Bears defense is just going to be able to dominate the Vikings bottom offense, you know. I feel like they'll be able to stop Dalvin Cook for the first time. Because I'm not saying they're like fluke games or anything, but Dalvin Cook the past 2 games has faced the Packers run defense, which is one of the worst in the league, and he faced the Lions run defense, which is one of the worst in the league, and the Bears have a really good defense, so I feel like he's not going to get anywhere near his production that he got in the last 2 games, and they're going to have to rely more on the passing game, which, you know, Bears still have a really good defense, so they'll be able to mitigate that as well. So I feel like the Bears are going to be able to win this game. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Leave your predictions in the comments below. Tell me how crazy I am for predicting all these upsets. But come this Sunday, I might not be that crazy, or I'll be super crazy. But hopefully I can get up to 100 wins total this week. It'll be very hard to do. I have to go 13-1. And especially with all these upsets, I'm guessing I'm probably going to get 2 of them wrong. So we probably won't hit 100 this week. But we'll try, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Drop a like. Drop a sub for weekly predictions, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.